audio and shit.
I mean, I guess we're going. I guess this is the podcast.
All right. What I didn't have, kind of lame.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty lame that people listen to this. You're pretty lame if you're listening right now.
Yeah. All I could say is I could probably beat up about 30% of you.
I'd say probably 95% for me. So
for you think that you could beat up 95, but I could beat up 30?
Yeah.
Are you in the 30% of people that I could beat up though?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so I'm gonna combine my 30 with your 95 and say that I have 125% collectively.
Dude, you got me there. The math doesn't lie.
It doesn't freaking lie, guys.
I just stepped on a hot Cheeto.
Oh, sorry. That's my neighbor's. He's been crazy lately.
Really? I saw you eating out a hot Cheeto bag in this very spot earlier.
He'll do that to you.
It's a neighbor's cat comes in.
Okay, guys, we're back. It's Monday, I hope, and we are on that grind.
Yeah.
All right?
So sorry about what happened before. There's some PC problems. There was some regular delays. But now we're back to normal.
Look at that. I got a bit of old business I want to wrap up, Eddie.
Okay, what's that?
Last week on the podcast, we fielded a Q&A question from a dude that said that his mom put eggs in the freezer in bulk.
And you seem to take it very personally.
Because I was like, I didn't know the definite science, but in my head I was like, there's no fucking way you can store eggs in the freezer without them exploding, right? And it bothered me so much that I went out this last week and I put not one, but 2 different eggs, open-faced, in a red Solo cup very gently and placed them in the freezer. They have been in the freezer for 2 days, Eddie.
Okay.
Let's see the results now. Cup number 1. As I remove it, dun, 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 dun. Fucking cracked, motherfucker.
Not exploded, but cracked.
But this is like,
it's close to exploding.
who would use this then?
Yeah.
Like you could thaw this out and probably try to like.
That's how you save time. Instead of cracking your egg, you freeze
Pre-crack.
it for 2 days and then you hold it until it thaws over a bowl.
All right.
It slowly just drips out.
Egg number 2. Also fucking cracked.
What's your mom doing, guy?
What is wrong with you, Mom? I love you, and your son clearly does too. You don't need to be doing this.
His mom?
Yeah, I'm a very forward-thinking person. Who the fuck? Okay, that actually outrages me. You don't need to keep eggs in the fucking freezer. Depending on where you're from, too. I came from Wisconsin, and I don't mean to speak on the rest of the country, but like eggs over there are like 40 cents a dozen sometimes at Aldi. It's nutso-mo cheap. Don't buy eggs in bulk, please. Good thing I did this.
I really was like, I don't know where to go. I had no horse in this race.
I had a big fat horse. I had the one horse in Zelda that you get, and it's really
the big horse from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
That's
I caught
a beefy
that bitch.
boy.
Dude, he's huge. I caught him. I named him Big Randy. I caught him like 5 hours into the game. I didn't even know it was a quest.
I fucking love that quest because it's just so funny. Where they're just like, here's a big horse out in the woods, and then you walk up to it and you're like, yeah, it's a big old one.
You got me. You got me.
Dude, I have to say a special shout out to the boys over at Stress Level 0 because Boneworks has been captivating me like no game has this year. Except for like old games I've already played, like Breath of the Wild, captivating me again. Dude, Boneworks is so fucking cool. For people that don't know, it's with the Valve Index, or you can do it with other headsets. But with the Valve Index, it tracks your little fingies, and it's full physics. And I'm a gunman in it, and it's awesome. I'm blasting people, bah, 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 just like this. You'd be right in front of me, blah blah, bah bah bah, bah, bah. Stop talking, you're dead. Bah. Rest of the podcast, you're dead.
Rest of the podcast. No gibsies backsies.
You're like, if we're 40 minutes in, you're like, can I please stop?
Did I already tell about running into Brandon?
No, you didn't.
Okay, dude, by the way, so yeah, Eddie's got the new Valve Index, and it's fucking rad. He let us try it out when the boys were all here. It's very dope. One of the big guys over there at, what's the studio name again?
Stress Level 0.
Stress Level 0. I keep wanting to say like Stress Level Midnight and shit.
I know, yeah.
So one of the guys over there is Brandon. I think it's pronounced Latch. I never knew how to pronounce it. Latsch.
In my head, he's just Brandon. So
yeah,
that's all I got.
It's Brandon. But Brandon, you might have known him. He's been on YouTube forever, doing a lot of stuff with like Rocket Jump and Freddie W and stuff. But yeah, Eddie had been hyping up Boneworks for a long time. We knew the Valve Index was going to be here when all the boys got back, and I'm in line to get through TSA to go home for the holidays, and directly in front of me me is fucking Brandon. And I've never talked to him or interacted with him, but I've watched him since I was a kid. And it was just this cool moment where I just went, Brandon? And he just went, Gus? And then we knew each other's shit. And we
awesome,
talked for like 25 minutes. He's just a nice ass boy.
Oh, yeah, I need to respond to him because he told me, he said, I don't know if Gus told you, and you did.
Yes.
And he invited us to go over there.
Brandon's my boy of the week. He's my guy. I loved his shit on YouTube for a long time, and I'm fucking thrilled that the Boneworks stuff seems to be a huge success.
Yeah, dude, I'm so happy. If you go to the top selling and like top being played right now on VR on Steam, it's like number 2, and it was number 1 for like a month and a half. So it's just like they fucking did it, man.
That's so exciting, man.
Yeah, they have another one too that I haven't played. I think it's is it called? The real game is called, the old one is Duck Hunt, so I think it's called Duck Season. And it's like themed where you're like a kid who then is playing like a duck shooting game, and apparently it gets a little scary.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I've never played it though. I didn't want to spoil it for myself.
Yeah.
I want to get the name right. I don't want to fuck up their actual marketing stuff.
It's called like Wabbit Season or something like that. Dude, I'm not very good with scary games. I like scary movies. I play scary games sometimes, but I hate it the entire time.
There was I told you in Boneworks there was a sewer level. It was the first kind of creepy thing I did in VR. But I was having such a good time that the bitch part of me didn't outweigh the rest like normal.
Yeah. I used to be a lot more. Well, some of you guys know. I've probably talked about it before too. I think it was probably 2014 or 2015. Like right at the end of high school, I tried starting a Let's Play channel, and it was just really bad. I was just trying to do what like Markiplier and shit were doing, just free indie horror game stuff.
Yeah, I did that. I think freshman year of high school too.
Everyone's got to do it. No, it never works. I was so over the top animated. My intro was so fucking cheesy too.
What'd you say?
I think.
Please tell me you remember.
I'm legitimately trying to remember it. I bet I could find it. Let's listen to the audio.
I played Penumbra. That was the one that I played. It was
like the Amnesia-ish kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it was made by them. I think it was like a side game they made. It was like in a ice place or some shit like that. I don't even remember.
I think I did Penumbra.
There were wolves. I remember that.
Oh, I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't do it. I did a couple. I just did all the shit that was free. I didn't even want to pay for anything because I had no money. So, but a really fun one was like Craven Manor. That was really scary, and it was a bunch of mannequins that moved.
That was the thing because I had made that channel to try it out, but I never really watched like Markiplier or PewDiePie or really any of the horror gameplay channels. I actually didn't really watch any gameplay people until Inside Gaming Funhouse.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking here. Let's watch my last upload. Well, not watch it. I want to listen to my intro.
What's the date
here.
on it before I hear it?
It is June 1st, 2014.
Oof.
Oof. And I remember it's so high energy.
Wait, so you're a senior in high school at this point?
I have just graduated high school. If it's
June 1st. Yeah.
I got some graduation money from my family, and I used a little bit of it to buy I think it was like $50. It was the first Blue Snowball USB microphone.
The one that you're still using?
The one that actually, I upgraded to the newest Blue Snowball one.
Okay.
But yeah, I still got that thing, and then you can see me. I look so skinny. I got a pair of white Samsung default earbuds in. And the nice thing is this is the same camera that I use now for like God's Country and like all the ones back home, like My Yard and shit like that. And I've been using that since middle school, but I want to hear my intro. I know it's so high energy and fucking fake.
Oh, no, especially because you had graduated high school at this point. I'm really nervous, dude.
Here we go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Gus Buckets here, coming at you today with a little bit of a different setup. You notice I don't have my big hole over the ear with so many headphones.
It was not good, dude. It was just very, because it was so stressful, too, because I didn't like any part of doing it, but I really thought that like I could get it kind of popping off, and then
that was the draw
other
before,
stuff.
Is that they hated doing it, and that was what was entertaining watching. So yeah, I don't think you were wrong to think that at all.
Yeah, I didn't like it because first of all, I just had no real experience doing it, and it was the from going 0 to 100 of like I need to just procure language and I need to keep coming up with stuff. It felt very on the spot, and as a result I just tried too hard, and it was very over the top and stuff, and I just hated playing the games because like I said before, I'd go to my grandpa's house who ran the computer business, and I'd have to go down into his basement in the very back corner in the pitch black and just play by myself like horror games and shit in my grandpa's basement.
My problem with those games is that there'd be like puzzles, and when I would even try to dabble, I'm too scared to go search in these rooms, so I don't want to get further into the game because
Yeah.
you have to scare yourself.
That's what I did too. It's such terrible content. Like, I would advise you to not go look at it just because you won't be entertained. But with all the shit too, I would avoid doing all the interesting stuff. And I'm making content because I was like, I know I should go over there, but if I only get one video's worth out of this game, I could probably just waste time in this safe room just making jokes. It was just no good at all. But
That's everything we did early on YouTube. Is it was just no good at all.
yeah, I do miss doing old sketchy shit when I was in middle school and stuff. And that's like, you can look back on that with fondness, but I don't look back at the gaming stuff as it being fun at all.
The problem is for me, it's like there's fondness for some of it, and then there was a point where I feel like I got slightly too old but didn't get it yet. And
Yeah.
those are the embarrassing ones where it's like, I'm too old here to be making not even like, it's not edgy jokes, but jokes like this bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really, I think most shit from then, it's like, especially like my junior year of high school to my senior year, that's the cringe zone.
Yeah, that was probably it for me too.
It's when I got into comedy, though, so I think it's when I was trying the hardest.
I remember I even look back at some of the stuff that I was making in high school for like YouTube and stuff, because I wasn't really trying to do it. It was just, hey, I need to make a project for like the Winterfest Film Festival, or I just wanted to make stuff that looked kind of funny,
Yeah.
And then I think it was like the end of high school, like fully when I was talking about like that sub for sub shit that I started doing like last episode. But I look back on some of that stuff and it's like, I look on it with fondness, even though a lot of it's pretty terrible. But at the core of some of those things, I'm like, I can see sparks of ideas that if I had those now, I'd do it very differently.
Yeah.
But the pieces were there, you know?
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting to see.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck, I had something else for like throwbacky shit. Oh, couple of good boys. Speaking of like boys doing good shit, fucking Ethan Nestor, Crank Gameplay boys.
Our good old boy. We still haven't had him on the podcast yet. There's a couple of guests I keep mentioning where it's like, I think it's just because we're not a legitimate business with scheduling. When we ask people to be on the podcast, pretty much just always our friends, and we're like, hey, want to be on the podcast? And they say, yeah. And then sometimes we just like the schedules don't line up for a long time because I think for us as like regular people and not having a job in booking things, they'll be like, oh, I'm busy this day. It's like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, wait, did I never follow up and ask for another date?
Yeah, so we'll get him. We'll get him on
Ethan,
there.
James and Elise, Matt and Ryan. These are all people that have already said yes.
Yeah,
and we're just trying to get on the podcast.
Girlfriend reviews too. They're
Yep.
very lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, Ethan especially. We were just saying this before we started rolling. Gotta be probably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
I think so. I think he might be number one.
Yeah,
He's so fucking lovely. And
lovely boy.
also, wait, shit. This is coming out after. Never mind. I was gonna plug the Australia charity stream, but because I'm also gonna be on it. Somebody hates Australia, Gus Johnson, and no, Gus has college friends in town, so he can't go to the stream. But
yeah, Ethan approached me about being on the stream. I said I disagree with your politics. I don't
I want
like
the
animals.
koalas to burn.
I was like, I know they carry chlamydia. I ain't about that. I don't know what the fuck.
Very pro getting rid of chlamydia. I started the fire.
Yeah, like, why would I undo my life's work? Anyway, I hope the fires are out by now. When this
By
fucking
Monday?
comes. By Monday.
I mean, yeah, that's a good thing to hope. I can't.
I've got high hopes. I don't know what to tell you.
But yeah, I was gonna promote it, but it's already happened. So still go and donate to the Australia. I don't know which organizations. I didn't look into it too much.
I didn't either.
Guys in the comments, why don't you do that job for us?
I don't know if you guys have been able to tell by now, a year and a half in, we don't have a lot of foresight and we don't plan stuff out.
And we refuse to do that. That's a very solid pillar of the podcast.
And it's for your benefit.
Yeah, you don't know that us not trying is good for you.
I like to think that if I make it painfully and repeatedly clear that I never prepare and I rarely do research, that my level of responsibility remains very low. Honestly, because like I'm not trying to do anything consciously. I'm kind of just living moment to moment here. I don't know if you guys can't see right now. The entire apartment is filled with my dumb shit right now. I am in the midst of a collective 200 fucking hour cleaning of my room that I've been trying to do collectively for this whole year. I can't get my shit together, and I have no journalistic integrity is what I'm trying to say.
And your boys are going to be here in
T-minus too many hours. They're landing at like 1 a.m.
I'm excited to see those boys.
I am too.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with the podcast stuff though, I'm sure you've had these moments too where I think there's a certain whether it's like family members or like older friends that you have where some of them just don't participate in YouTube at all, but then they do for podcasts. So sometimes I'll have people be like, oh, like, I heard your podcast is doing well. I should listen to some of it. Mm-hmm. And every time I struggle to explain, like, there's nothing here for you. I don't know why people listen. And that's not in the self-deprecating thing. It's like, I don't know why people are here.
And I'm so fucking honored, too, that they do.
I love it. It's my favorite because it's such a compliment. And the fact that people like being a part of the conversation is fantastic. But when a new person's like, what do you think I'll enjoy about it?
Oh,
it's like, fuck if I know, dude.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Where it's like, how do you describe this? There's no real theme. We open mail and sometimes make people break up, but that's about it.
But we don't even, like, just so you guys know, prep for this. Like, Gus and I don't even have a notepad list of things I should talk about on the podcast. We just sit down and start. And that's it every time.
Yeah, and I'm proud about that, goddammit, because I'd like to think at the end of the day, you know that we're not really forcing anything. Like, I pull up my laptop. Here's what I have right now. It's just the Twitter screen for the questions. I didn't even look at them ahead of time. I just sorted by top.
I would be, the way we do things, a little bit bothered if you were like, all right, next on the list. Like,
yeah,
the lighthouse. It's just like,
I don't want people to think this is synthesized.
Yeah.
We're not like, what's the content for today? It's like Eddie and I live 10 feet from each other and we don't speak the whole week just to just to save up.
I'm walking like to get a drink from the fridge. You're like, hey, Eddie.
Nope.
We're not rolling.
Sorry.
What was I gonna say too? Oh, speaking of that, just real quick, I watched The Lighthouse. What an experience! And that's all I'll say. I just wanted to share. Watch The Lighthouse. That's it. You should watch it.
That's fucking cool. I'm stoked as hell to watch it.
Yep.
I like 824.
That's all I have. You want to get in some preguntas?
Yeah, let's do some freaking preguntas.
So for real, Tony just cut a bit. Thank you, Tony. It didn't sound right at all.
It was very bold, we'll say that. My page crashed. I'm reloading it, but that reminds me, I want to say another special congratulations. We had another fella hit 1 million. Trevor Wallace, the guy.
Go, Trevor.
Claps.
Golf clap. I've never met him, so golf clap.
Golf claps. I got together with Trevor and Ryan Leader and Churdleys this last week, and we filmed some shit together. So hopefully they come together in editing, and I didn't put pressure on Trevor to actually deliver on those sketches because they're not out yet, but we just filmed like 2 days ago. All right. At Caitlin. Oh, first of all, follow us on Twitter at Eddie Burback and at Gus Buckets, just like my old gaming channel. I made them at the same time.
Wait, the gaming channel is called Gus Buckets?
Yeah, it's called Gus Buckets. That's a nickname that my uncle used to call me when I was a kid. All right. At Caitlin O. Marie says, my friends make fun of me because I drink milk with ice in it, but I think it tastes the best that way because it won't go sour. Kind of same concept as freezing your glass. Basically, I need validation that this isn't weird. Please help.
I mean, that's one where it's like, I'm not a milk drinker, so it sounds fine. I don't care. If you like it cold, tell your friends to fuck off. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Isn't that an insult in Skyrim? Like, oh, little milk drinker. I think I've heard it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
But yeah, any friends who are like, if your friend's doing something super fucking bizarre, but it's like, anyway, if somebody enjoys like drinking or eating something and it's just slightly different from the norm, leave it alone.
Yeah.
That's it. Let them enjoy it.
There are some things that would still bother me. You don't need to like vocalize them. For instance, my grandmother puts jelly on her grilled cheese sandwiches.
That is much different than what I was just saying. I thought you were going to say like she mixes like cheddar American and another cheese, but it's like, which is good sometimes, but no, that's not cool.
I don't know what it is, if it's some sort of like Great Depression mindset where it's like calories first, all of reality second.
Wait, does the jelly go on top of like the top slice?
Yeah, so it's like the whole sandwich, she grills it up, it comes out of the pan, put jelly on top. I'm not saying it's
trying to
weird.
Think, no, but I'm trying to think if like maybe it would on some day taste good a little bit. It's one of those where it's like, it sounds disgusting, but then if I'm thinking of the taste, I still wouldn't do it, but I'm trying to think of what the draw is. Because I've never heard of that in my life.
I mean, it was so weird. I tried it a number of years ago. I took like a bite of her sandwich, and it wasn't like puke gross, but I'm just like, I really didn't ever need these flavors to blend together.
There was some, actually, I was just listening to Chris D'Elia's podcast, and he said the analogy, he said, it's like if somebody said, yo, dude, you got to eat cheese while getting a blowjob. He's like, I like them both, but not together.
That's a good analogy.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the one to ask on the ice question because I've said before, I've put ice in milk before. I don't like drinking drinks, especially like milk and shit, if they're not mega cold. So it doesn't really water it down too much. It's honestly not that bad. I've done it before. I even put ice in beer sometimes.
Really?
If it's just like warm and I'm like, I want a cold beer immediately.
There you go. Again, and especially, dude, we've stated this before. If you're a beer snob, get over yourself. Beer is for the working class, not for you snobby, Bud Light. Fuck you!
Yeah, man.
That's it. That's all I got. It's just stop being snobby about beer. That's a flaw you have. I'm serious. That's a flaw if you're snobby to people about that.
I believe so too. Like, you can have your preferences. That doesn't mean you have to like it. You can think it's disgusting. But if you go out and you preach the word of God and you say, fuck anyone that drinks this kind of beer, it's a problem.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. I will kick you.
I'll throw a Bud Light can at your forehead.
Here's a good one. At Luisa Parodia says, in your opinion, does Mr. Lunt from VeggieTales look like Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems?
Can you email that to Tony right now so he has it for later?
Yeah, I'll do that. Dude, I used to watch the absolute shit out of VeggieTales when I was a kid.
I just watched it occasionally.
You know what? I am surprised that I have not seen more VeggieTales in meme culture.
Before. Yeah, I think it's just harder to come by. Because is it on any streaming services? Or do you need to buy the DVDs?
I don't know. Stream VeggieTales. They changed the art direction for a while, and it got mega different and shitty. What's with fucking kids shows changing the art style all the time? You know?
I don't know, dude. One thing though, I will say, VeggieTales does kind of look like a bowling screen, so I get why they might want to try something new. All
right, well, you can already tell who's going to hell out of the two of us. Yeah, I think some of it's on Netflix. It might just be the new version of the series, but
isn't VeggieTales like weirdly religious too?
Well, that's the whole shtick. It is like for kids to learn about God. But
okay.
The way that they
with tomatoes,
yeah. The way that they do it, though, especially a lot of the older ones. Like, I remember watching them on VHS as a kid when it's just really rudimentary 3D tech stuff. And honestly, there was some pretty funny adult humor snuck into VeggieTales.
That's when I only watched it was when I was at CCD. Mm-hmm. That's why.
It was church group stuff.
It was CC. What does CCD even fucking stand for? Christian.
Christ, damn it.
Christ, damn it. Education.
Christ.
No, yeah, I went until I was 12, and then I was like, I'm good. And then never again. I haven't, other than if I was like on a city tour or something, I have not stepped foot in a church since.
And then Eddie ascended into heaven on a chariot of flames like Elijah and Elisha.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. All right. Yeah, dude, I dug VeggieTales when I was a kid. I rewatched them, like, some older ones, like, even a year ago, and I was like, okay, this is pretty entertaining still, though, for children. And a lot of the stuff was not ramming God down your throat, which is nice. It was just value-based things like, share, bitch. Don't be mean to the little peach down the street, you dumbass.
I gotcha.
But the real good one was the one called 321 Penguins. You ever watch that one?
No, what?
From the creators of VeggieTales comes the story of 4 penguins in a little spaceship. The idea is that there's these 2 whiny little bitch kids, and they go to their grandma's house for the summer, and they wanted to go to space camp instead, but they're stuck at their grandma's all summer. But they
Valid complaint.
Yes.
Space camp is much cooler.
I know. And they go into the fucking attic and they find a little spaceship thing, and they discover when they like throw it, it makes them mini, and they get into the spaceship with these penguins, and they go into space and solve problems.
So Dragon Tales.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you not know about Dragon Tales?
I do know about Dragon Tales.
Same shit, dude.
I just didn't want to disparage 321. I hated fucking Ord in that in Dragon Tales.
Was he the big blue boy?
Yeah,
the main guy.
He was just wrecking shit all the time. Like the kids, what is it, Max and Emmy or whatever?
I don't fucking remember.
They'd go into the Dragonland and they were just trying to keep shit together. And
Yeah.
you already had like Mac or whatever the two-headed idiot dragon was, and then you had big dumb Ord coming in and he'd talk too like, look at us.
Yeah.
I hated Ord. So yeah, Mr. Lund looks like Adam Sandler.
It seemed like you took it so personally. Just like you got so heated from Dragon Tales. All right, what's the next break going to do?
People care. At Majestic Lark says, my friend says it's not a beach if it's not connected to salt water. This is Lake Michigan. What say you guys? It's just a picture.
That's a dumb thing to say.
A beach is a beach.
Lake Michigan has beaches. I've been to them. There's sand, and that's about all you need.
Tiny, tiny little lakes that you could throw a rock across have beaches if there's like a beach-like surface.
Yeah.
Sand or pebbles.
Does dirt, sand, or pebbles meet water? You got a beach then. And then people will be like, whoa, does that mean my fish tank is a beach? Use your fucking head. Of course it is.
There you go. Again, didn't pre-screen these, so I'm just kind of scrolling here. Haven't read this one, but at Rachel J. Bacon says, I wear at least one earbud almost all the time, and both while doing things like shopping, eating alone at a restaurant, or running errands. I listen to music and podcasts, and it doesn't seem to get in the way of my work ever. Would you call this rude behavior?
No.
I don't think that's rude.
Absolutely not. I think even one headphone you could keep in, and that's fine if you're talking to like a cashier or something like that. What used to bother me when I was doing concessions is people that would be either on the phone or two earbuds in while they're speaking to you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, especially these new fucking people who, I get it's a lot, but take your fucking AirPods out if you're gonna have a conversation with me. I don't care if you're not playing anything. It's just rude because it's like, are they playing music while they're speaking to me?
Yeah.
That's just normal human conversation.
I'm always wondering how much of my attention, like, are they actually utilizing
Exactly.
right now?
And it's not hard because AirPods have the little hooks. So you can just... And then you're having a conversation with somebody. The greatest thing you can do.
Yeah. I do like combos.
Dude, that's one thing. I really don't like AirPods. I don't like the look of them. I don't like that Apple clearly hired people to make it a poor meme so then the people would buy them. It was clearly an inside job in meme culture, and you motherfuckers bought it. Not all of you, but some of you did.
Not me, baby. I'm an Android guy. Anyway, I only use MacBooks, though. I'm only half an elitist with this stuff. I've said it before. You can't get better fucking laptop shit than a MacBook for what I'm trying to do.
Laptop shit? Yeah.
For what I'm trying to do. And I get shit from this sometimes because I edit everything ever on a laptop. I don't like editing on desktop machines. If you got a MacBook, dude, they nailed the trackpad game years ago. Everyone else has been trying to catch up.
I would agree, but I would say nailing the trackpad game is still not as good as a regular mouse, in my opinion.
Oh, it depends. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, for pretty much anything else. And honestly, even most people would prefer just editing with a mouse on a PC station.
Right, that's what I do.
Yes, but with what I'm doing, I don't have like unlimited file stuff that I'm doing in each project. A lot of the time, it's mostly just like hard cuts, some like green screeny stuff, and then some text effects on there at most. And for what I'm doing, I can just curl up and everything is little and small. You know, I don't need to like move the mouse over to resize the timeline on Premiere. I can just pinch, slide, whip it around. Just all the movements are so quick. So it really works for what I'm trying to do. But if you like something else, die. At Backout Terry says, so my girlfriend claims to have eaten at IHOP when Shaq was there.
Whoa. Okay. Sorry, I just needed a second.
We're going in dry. I don't believe it because she only has a really low quality picture of him outside the restaurant.
Hold on. A low quality picture of Shaq is, I would argue, almost the exact same thing as a low quality picture of Bigfoot. I don't need to see the details in his face. Shaq is Shaq, no matter how low res that is. Shaq is a giant monster of a man trying to cut a pancake that looks like it's like a little play pancake for him. I don't care how low res that is. That has to be Shaq or not Shaq.
It's like
I refuse to agree.
it's like in the same pose as like the Patterson but Bigfoot footage. He's like looking behind.
It's like right by the checkout of an IHOP.
Anyway.
Wait, so is that the argument?
Well, here's what he tries to say. Oh, here's the sirens going by. Shaq's coming after us. He goes, nobody eats IHOP with Shaq without getting a good picture. Did she really eat at IHOP with Shaq? Please help. I don't
What
fucking
are you
know.
asking us, dude?
Well, if she says, I don't know.
Trust your girlfriend, maybe? Or break up. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Just, I don't know.
I feel like Shaq's pretty unmistakable for anybody else.
Can you please... we'll try to see it, and if you guys... Okay, this person's name is @back_out_Terry. Can you post the picture next week?
Yeah.
We'll judge to see if it is Shaq.
Because and I'm being serious, is one of my friends said, is that Shaq? And I turned and it wasn't Shaq. I'd be like, what are you, a fucking idiot? Shaq is Shaq.
Yeah, get your shit together. Also, this goes for anybody. Pretty much most people, including us, we absolutely love people just taking photos. We're always down to do it.
Yeah.
Come up and take a photo. Don't do a creep shot of fucking Shaq coming out of IHOP.
Yeah.
Just go up and say hey.
I told you I got creep shotted at the airport. And then the guy didn't come up to me because I think he was embarrassed. It's like, dude, we would have had a great interaction if you just came up and talked to me.
That's the thing is, like, if I'm at an airport, the only situation where I feel like uncomfortable with people like coming up and saying hey is if like I'm tucked away in the corner of a restaurant with a bunch of friends or family or something like that. Or if I'm in the bathroom. Don't wait for me outside the stall.
Yeah.
But,
I can tell this because it wasn't an actual like fan of ours.
Yay.
Where I was in the bathroom at the Grove. And I was with Mike and Jackson, our good old boys from the Trophy Husbands, who they're not. Is there shit announced? I don't think I can talk about. Yeah, okay, then never mind. What the fuck was I saying? No, but I was in the bathroom, and I was by myself. They were like out. We were getting drinks, and this guy just like walks right up to me as I'm drying my hands, and he goes, "That's the same shirt from the video." Have I not told you this?
Yeah, you told me that.
Okay. And I was
it's
just like,
funny. I love
yeah,
it.
I was just like, sorry? He's like, that's the same shirt from the video. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you like listen to the podcast? Do you watch my videos? What's up? And he was just like, oh no, that's the shirt that you wore in the video. And I was like, I'm really confused. And he's just like, Michael Reeves, you're in Michael Reeves' video. You were in that shirt. And I was just like, oh yeah. You watch Michael Reeves? He's like, yeah. I was just like, all right, well, bye, dude. And I just left because it was also, picture, I forgot to mention, he was so close to me.
Yeah.
Like, I was drying my hands, and he just, like, stepped up in front of me. Like, hey. Just like, what the
That's weird.
Even if he said, were you in a Michael Reeves video? Yeah. Good conversation. We're done. That's it. But that was the weirdest approach I've ever had.
It's like a low scale gotcha, too. Hey. I already saw you wear that shirt. In what? Not letting you get away with that.
Dude, that's what I gotta say too, also, with this fucking floral shirt that I've owned for 2 years, is maybe I wore it a little frequently last summer, but now anytime I wear it, people are like, wow, it must be Eddie's favorite shirt. It's just easily identifiable, okay? Maybe I've worn it a little bit frequently, but I'm not wearing it on every fucking podcast. I checked my Instagram, haven't worn that shit publicly on my Instagram in over 6 months.
Take that. You guys haven't said shit when I wore the same undies on every single podcast.
Sorry?
Have some standards, you stupid idiots.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm talking to them right now. So
It's not really about you.
I'm going to get to you in a minute.
I love the idea of us having headphones of feedback of our voices no matter where you're looking. It's like I'm talking to them right now.
It's kind of rude. It's whatever. At Chris Cartoon Master says, have you seen that new clip of Wendy Williams making fun of Joaquin Phoenix's cleft palate thing?
I heard about it. I just didn't want to give her any press or views on anything.
She quite literally references Joaquin Phoenix, takes a dig at his looks, and then I'm not going to do it, but she holds her lip up
fuck off.
for like 8 seconds while her dumb wino mom crowd goes like, do we clap and laugh? But
they weren't even just like laughing. They were like a little...
it wasn't like a resounding, but it was just like they're always so confused. That's what we said in like the Wubby video. It's just like they're like, Wendy, dude, we're with you, and we are blindly going into this, but I don't know how to feel about this shit.
Damn.
So it's like, just, I guess, I had a bunch of people saying, like, do another video. It's like, she did other shit that, like, I didn't make it into the first video, but it's like, what else do you need to know? She's kind of just a dick.
Yeah, that's a lot of those do another video things. It's like, that's actually on that topic. I keep getting asked, I've mentioned this on my Twitter, the Kent State girl, the gun girl. People, she's like have you seen like Twitter clips blowing up again?
Yeah,
where it's like she's back again, and I have a bunch of people being like, make another video on her. Guys, the point of her shit is to say things that are disagreeable, to have them go viral for you to get mad, and then she keeps getting paid because she works for InfoWars now, so she gets them clicks for doing that. And so if you share it, and again, this was part of the point of my old videos. I said, I'm already doing something wrong making this video, but I just want to express, please stop sharing her shit. I don't want to see it anymore. And so I even added to the problem. But can we just stop? Just let her go away. She's fun to clown on, but just let her disappear.
Yeah.
The only point that she has is to just piss people off. So it's like once then you realize, like, oh, I'm getting pissed off. That's what she wants.
Yeah, it's just, I can't imagine, that's got to be one of the saddest things ever, is just trying to start shit with people,
Yeah, that's one of the things, too, is I think he kind of masterfully did it in the past, but I'm really tired of Kanye drumming up controversy every time an album's coming out. That this most recent one felt like, okay, dude, this one was so clearly a stunt, where it's just like, I don't know. I'm getting more and more to that. I just feel like I just don't want to talk about it because I think that's what they wanted intentionally.
Yeah.
And Kanye's one of my favorite artists of all time, but I'm fucking tired of every time there's a new album like, oh, did you hear what Kanye said? Yeah, he's got an album releasing this week.
Speaking of which, do you have any like just interesting things that you found out about like after the fact for any commentary videos that weren't like enough to do a video, but maybe an update people might be interested in?
I mean, there were some interesting updates to the just last December one, but you know, I tweeted those kind of. I don't really know. There's been I feel like for the most part, I'm okay with missing some things because nobody could ever be like perfect with that stuff. And I'm usually pretty happy with what I had in the video, so I never feel the need to make a follow up. At least, what about you?
Oh no, I've not felt that need to. I have done 2 videos on guava juice, but those were just for separate individual things. By the way, too, I've had a bunch of people like tagging me in the last like month or two because, I mean, the sketches aren't great, and sometimes people will be like, "Oh, Gus is gonna have a field day with this one," and it's like I understand that approach to it too, but now he's started going in and being like, "I would love that. He's my biggest hater." Smiley face, and I'm like, I'm not. Now he's doing the gun girl shit. I'm not. He just wants that now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also because for his stuff, it's like when you talked about it too, there was like some weird advertising stuff in it too. And like he had done the old scam, but it's like for me personally, and I'm sure this extends to you for your videos on him at least, is like a lot of the time I think people want to see. I think there's people that are better at just clowning on people, like Danny or Curtis, where they're like really really good at making this like really fun clowning on people thing. And it's like for standard stuff, at least for me personally, it's like I just don't want to make a video on somebody if there's not anything that they're like truly doing wrong. But that's because we make things differently. Like Danny, people he will make fun of. People will be like, I love that video. And it's like by the time I'm making a video on finishes and we've seen before, they're like, I want to choke him to death and kill him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and like especially that second one where I made like the things not to do in a movie theater one. I made fun of that one too. It was the approach of like, I know he's done a like stupid, shitty, scammy advertising to children stuff. I disagree with the piece of the children's YouTube, or I disagree with what he does to contribute to like children's content on YouTube.
Right? Yeah.
He could so clearly be doing better. It's so lazy, and I really just it's helping lower the quality of children's entertainment.
I mean, that's really it. And the stuff that you and I have been talking about for such a long time is that like you don't need to be, especially with children's content, you don't need to be doing something actively inherently like wrong. But if you're not trying and you know kids are watching and you're just doing dumb bullshit, like you have the opportunity to teach children. There's like Sesame Street, and then there's like children's YouTube, you know what I mean? But kids see both of those.
Yeah.
So it's just like you could try a little bit, add some education, add some emotional education. Do anything. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
Also, one small thing too with the guava juice thing was when I was looking at like his channel around the time when I was just seeing like, has he done any other really bad stuff like, and during the same time, I found that less than 2 weeks after Endgame was released, he just fully spoiled one of the biggest parts.
That happened to you. I remember you were like, God damn it. I was like, because you were in the mood of that time of like, maybe I'm going to catch up and start watching them. And then he spoiled Endgame. It was like, I think it was out for like 5 days.
Yes.
And he put if you've seen Endgame, he put the spoiler for Endgame in that video.
Yes.
That was it.
Yeah, and it was so blatant. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know, dude.
But, I mean, if he's just going to do that, like, smiley boy and, like, oh, he's my best hater, it's like, all right, well, I mean, I don't need to do stuff on him. It just seems kind of pathetic to do that, so I'm not going to do that. I saw recently, within the last month, I pulled it up here on my subreddit, too. I did not watch the video, but I've had a lot of people trying to check in after I made the Crane Games channel one, like, a year ago. And just little developments. It's never anything big because already it wasn't a huge scandal. It just was like, look at these people clearly like lying.
Yeah, and what you said in the video states any other further update where it's like it's the same thing, It's
like they've always done it. They're probably always going to do it. It's obviously against YouTube's policies. Like they're literally lying. Like what else do you want me to say?
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody posted one of the channels. I don't even have to say it, but one of the channels that I called out too just made a video like within the last month apparently that just said like all my videos are fake. It's like fucking duh, of course, you know. And remember, I remember at the time too when we were watching kind of aftermath of that video stuff, and there were a few creators that kind of spoke out, like kind of trying to shit on me. And there was one in particular, fully remaining nameless, that was like going and making big videos about it too. And it seemed like such low hanging fruit. And my goal is not to just. It was.
Yeah.
My goal is not to just pick somebody who is so easy to make fun of and has really. I don't want to just be fully doing a hard punch down.
I think that's the thing is that with commentary stuff, the goal isn't to win. You know what I mean? It's just to make people aware of a problem, or mainly for both of us still, is to make it funny still. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I want to shed light on this thing, and I also want to make it funny and edit it really well, and that's the thing. It's not like, I've got to beat this creator down until they don't make any money anymore, you know?
I do have this thing, I'll have it anonymous too, but one thing that I thought was really fucking weird was a friend of mine was at one of the YouTube headquarters when the James Charles shit was going down, and in the YouTube headquarters they were streaming a live count unsubscribing of James Charles to Tati's channel as hosted by one of the Claw Machine channels that I called out. Which is
I just see that as like there was one person there who did it, but then it feels like YouTube is going like, yeah. But it's like, not what.
But I'm like, what? It didn't make any sense, too. It wasn't even one of the bigger channels. Like, it was like, well, this is the. Anyway, it was weird. It's really fucking weird. But what say we open some mother fricking mail?
Let's start with the good one from Alex.
Okay, we got a good boy here. This is from our friend Alex R.
Hey, Alex.
We met him a while ago. I think he did an internship for a little while with Rooster Teeth.
He did an internship for Funhouse, and then he came to some shows, and then also filmed some stuff before too.
So I've met him in person. He's a really nice guy. He just got a new job in a cool
I met him
place.
in person too, so we could maybe just add that on there.
Gosh,
kind of weird to not incluede that.
Let me jump in.
Go ahead.
Where to start with my long fortuitous relationship with Alex? I don't even think that's a word. So this is from Alex. He got a new job. I'm very happy for him. He's very nice.
Dude, I'm so excited.
I'm fucking stoked.
Share what his job is too, right?
Well,
can he say that? Or?
I don't know. But also, judging by the
shit. Did he for real?
This is fucking cool.
Wait, did he for real give the...
What is this? This is... Oh, no. This is... Okay. He works at Nintendo. I don't know what to tell you. I will shoot him a message if he wants that scrubbed from the episode. But anyway, what the fuck is this? It looks cool. Super Mario Bros. Times Sugar Fina. Fucking, this is awesome, dude.
Here, can you hand me an item to unwrap? Not the one you have, jerk.
So much shit.
You jerk.
All right. Ooh, look at this.
What the fuck?
I don't know what these are, but they look really cool.
I mean, it's not really an unboxing. It's like...
What's in there, Eddie?
You're giving me glass boxes.
Tell me.
It looks like candy, right? I mean,
Yeah, dude. Oh, we got two
Red
look at these
mushrooms?
sweatshirts, dude.
Whoa!
Oh!
Yo!
It's a me.
Is the other one Luigi or is it also Mario?
Let's see. Oh, it's Mario.
Mario!
Again. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you, Alex.
Alex, that's fucking awesome, dude. Thank
Look
you
at these
so
little,
much.
little chain chomps
Dude,
and bombs.
we got red mushrooms and invincible stars. They're like official Nintendo candies. That's fucking awesome, dude.
I'm gonna do a whip it and down the entire box of one of those and run out in the streets and just go.
Do you think if you have the gummy mushrooms, you'll gummy trip?
Whoa!
What the fuck are these?
Sus and Freddy, hope you boys had a great Christmas since this probably won't arrive in time. In this box, you will find a company Christmas sweater for both of you, only available in our company store.
Whoa!
Woo!
I will actually definitely wear that next Christmas.
I'll wear it in July. And a collectible Nintendo candy bento box. Hope you like them. Sincerely, Alex.
Alex, love you, dude.
Thank you, dude. And he's got notes for us both off the podcast.
Off the podcast.
Alex, you're a fucking great guy. I wish that I could have hung out with you more before you left LA. Next time in your town, hit the boy up, all right?
Boys.
Boys.
The boys up. Both of us, Gus.
I'll be your main point of contact for your journey
I
back
don't know why.
Oh, also, I think we said it last episode. Let's just do a full stop on mail for a little bit.
Yeah.
We're
fuck.
good. We're good. Thank you, though. But we are definitely good right now.
Then we go like that.
All right. I got this beer box. So this is addressed to just me, but I've found out that most of the time it ends up being for both of us. But if it is so cool that I don't want to share, I won't share.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
What is it?
Set that one down for a second.
Okay.
Because there's GameCube games in this one.
Woo, baby!
Okay. We got a Super Bubble Pop.
Whoa.
I don't know what that is.
That is definitely a GameCube game.
Super Monkey Ball 2?
Oh, shit.
Fucking Christ, dude. Okay, and then, here, you want to read this?
Yeah.
Well,
I think this is Danny's favorite game. Remember?
you know it is, yeah.
That's so awesome.
Happy Feet!
Yes!
Happy Feet for the
Holy
GameCube!
shit. Did Robin Williams do voice for that?
Says he died because of the game.
Shit.
I love Robin Williams. I'm sorry for that joke.
Yeah, I fucking love him. All right. To the boys from some boys.
Yo!
What is it? Oh!
Prisoner of Azkaban!
Dude, we talked about that last episode.
Yeah! Fuck, that's great timing.
That is good timing.
I'm sure this was sent before then.
Oh, they came to my show in Tacoma. Thank you. Look they edited you onto that too.
Oh, there I am.
It's like he's there with us.
We got Jeremy McGrath Supercross World.
Whoa, that's definitely software.
It's not even Jeremy McGrath's, like he made the game. The game is just Jeremy McGrath Supercross World.
Oh, I want to know more information about that really badly.
And then Home Run King.
Wow, is that actually sanctioned by the MLB?
I think so. Actually, it is. It's down the bottom.
Dude, that's weird. There must have been so many more licenses for like sports games and stuff back in the day.
Oh yeah. Dude, Drew never made that video that I really wanted him to make. Like he suggested it. I wasn't like, here's an idea, make it.
Yeah, the guava juice one. I get you.
Nope.
Here, hey Gus and Eddy, here's some stuff we made. Some we bought. Thanks for being such supportive boys. See you both in Seattle. Love, Emily and Nick.
Dude, it's a little mini Twister thing. You put socks on your fingies and you play Twister.
Let's sit at the table the next episode, Eddie, and play sexy naked mini Twister.
So our fingers are, instead of putting the socks on.
There's no incentive because you wouldn't even be able to see our genitals beneath the table. Thanks, Nick and Emily.
Hold up. There's one more thing in this box.
Is it a prize?
I don't know.
Ow!
Boom. Boom. Yo!
What is it?
It's a Buster Sales Think shirt.
Nice!
And then there's one here. There's one other. What was the fucking? It was Think, and then what were the other steps?
Think. No, I just have my old guidance counseling one in my head.
Were there steps, or was it just Think? I thought there were steps.
It was like think, procreate.
This is just another Think shirt, so we're good.
Good, because I was like,
I
we're going to
remember.
fight over that. Thanks for the Buster Sales shit. This one says, hi, Gus and Eddy. Good, it is for both of us.
Okay, cool.
We are 3 fellow boys, although we are women, but anyone can be a boy. We got you 2 bears, 4 mozzarella. Oh my God, there's a bunch of shit in here.
Also, I will say it's partially our fault. We changed it now, but I realized up until like last month, when we did give the P.O. box, it did say Gus Johnson on it. Mm-hmm. So we were just pretty much asking people to officially address it that way.
Take that, everybody. So this is an Imbiamba Jones bear.
Oh my God, that's great.
This is fucking cool. It's got something it'll say.
I wish it was just fan like Imbiamba, no.
Yeah, Imbi. Damn it, it has the paw thing for it, but it's not saying anything.
Well, Imbiamba doesn't speak, so.
Oh, it's canon. All right, well that's pretty rad. We got a bear. There's another one for you here, too. Eddie's bear is wearing a best friend's bracelet.
Oh, wait, wasn't that like one episode where we got one?
I don't know. We also got some really warm mozzarella cheese.
Oh, God, dude, that looks fucking terrible. Oh, God. Hold up. Look at, like, the state of this. It's all fucking mashed up. Dude, they didn't give us a full pack. They ate one mozzarella stick from this.
It's a scrap of one.
Why did you send us this?
So here we got the bears are on the record, so now we legally have to put them in the public education system.
Oh fuck! We're dads now.
Shit, I didn't ask for that.
What were their birth dates?
So Imbiamba Jones was born on July 4th, 1969. And yours was called Primal Passion Bear. And
okay. So it's like the old scam video, the romantic scam video.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the date of birth has not occurred yet on the Christian calendar.
So what they're saying is that I am without passion until February 14th, Valentine's Day this year.
So if we kill that bear now, does it technically count as have never existed because it's not born?
It's like we're in international waters, baby.
And we got some freaking high chews.
Heyo!
People sent us so many high chews, and I wish I could say we have too many high chews, but shamefully I've been eating the vast majority of them.
Yeah, I like high chews, but they're very occasional for me, so.
They're very, eternally, I'm eating them all the time.
You, Tony, Sven, and Jakey fucked them up, though, when everyone was here.
Yes. Thank you, boys. This is from Maya, Sarah, and Sophie. They're very sweet. Thank you. Jump shot over the backboard. I know the trash box is over there, so I'm able to Kobe it over.
Here, I think it's an Amazon box, but you want to see if there's any.
Southern boy here. These are canned, not fresh, which breaks my heart as roadside boiled peens are the best. What's a boiled peen? But I want you guys to understand the love we have here of this dish. Love you, Eric from Georgia.
Never been more scared to open a package in my life.
Well, we know it's a boiled peen, whatever the fuck that is.
Okay. If I open this wrong, it will explode.
You'll get peen all over your jean.
It's still crazy that in the movie Jingle All the Way, Sinbad threatens that he has a bomb in the mail, and then it blows up in a building, and then they're just like, it was because it was before 9/11. Everyone's like, whoa!
Sinbad.
Okay.
That's why he's
boiled peanuts. Okay.
Oh.
From the Thanksgiving episode last year. I feel like in a can is a little bit less appealing.
Original boiled peanuts. We gotta eat one of these.
People say they're great. You gotta eat one of them.
Eddie, you're not gonna eat one? I'll put you on the spot here. We're eating these boiled beans. Oh, these are fucking disgusting looking. Are you actually supposed to eat these? I thought it was going to be disgusting, and it's not terrible.
Does it smell like water and nuts?
It smells like pickles and peanuts, which doesn't sound like it would mesh, but it also isn't terrible smelling.
I'm good.
Take a whiff.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like a nice, nutty, pickle smell.
All right. Why did you need to keep them in the shell?
Part of it, baby.
They smell exactly, you know how like smells are one of the best forms of memory?
Yeah.
It smells like holidays at one of my lake cabins from extended family.
Was there just boiled peonies everywhere?
Apparently, and I didn't know there were.
They just hit them everywhere.
All right, I have a boiled peanut. Oh, the consistency is gross. Oh, fuck. What? Who does this benefit? They're very white. All right, I'll have one.
I don't like the sound, first off.
I mean, it's not bad. Do you want one?
No, I'm good.
Guess I'm the bravest one on the podcast. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just weird that anyone would think that this is necessary at all. Well, that's it for mail!
Time for some more disagreements or preguntas. Oh, actually, Alex asked us one today, and I happened to see it because he added us.
Yeah.
Which Alex is a friend, so I'm okay with that, but normally do not add us in the questions. Where I think it was something along the lines of, what is the first game that you remember playing?
Ooh.
Mine is absolutely the PS1 demo disc.
Really?
Which included Spyro. That's why Spyro will always have a special place in my heart. Metal Gear was also on there. Some shit where a guy was had fly wings and swam around. I don't remember it exactly.
Really? I think the first game I ever remember playing was Aladdin for a purple Game Boy Color.
Really? That's
Yep.
nice.
Yeah, and it was at a Christmas thing, and I remember too because I told you when I was growing up, my parents actively were like, "We are not having video games in the house."
Right.
And I felt bad because I also didn't go to friends' houses a lot, so every time I went, I didn't really go out and make memories as much. I was just like, "Hey, I'm sorry, guys. Can we fuck up that GameCube, please?"
No, I get it, dude. Yeah.
It's like all I ever wanted to do. You know, I'd go over to my buddy Lars's house, and he had a GameCube with 007 Agent Under Fire, and you could play co-op. And I was like,
Never played it.
Oh my God, it was fun as hell when I was a kid. But yeah, I remember it was at Christmas. I must have been 4 or 5, but one of my cousins was like, "Here, play this," and I just for hours. Just trying to understand basic concepts of the game. Okay, jump. Oh, I can jump on that guy to kill him. So fun.
Yeah.
So that was a good question. Thanks, Guy.
It was Alex, yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Dude, I just love that shit. That was a lot of those early gaming things. I remember there was I don't know if I've talked about it before. There was a Hot Wheels racing game that it was racing for the story, but I didn't really like racing games. But then you could play a co-op competitive mode, split screen, where you'd be driving around this kind of open area, but then you'd have a bunch of Mario Kart style attack things. So it's you were just driving in cars trying to attack each other. It's fucking fun as hell.
That's cool.
Played it with my cousins.
Ooh.
Loved it. Yeah, and Tony as well.
Can you think of any games that you don't remember the titles of, but you remember imagery? And you're like, what the fuck is that game?
It's the demo disc ones, but a lot of them have been confirmed now because I've looked back into it. Medieval was one of those big ones that they just remastered on the PS4. Because have you ever played it?
No.
Medieval was just this sort of third person, but really far out kind of, or not super far out, but it was this. You play as this kind of Jack Skellington looking dude, and you're just walking around a graveyard. And there's a bunch of creepy things that you're attacking, and it's supposed to be fun creepy, but as a kid, it was just creepy because I was 4.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, that wasn't fun.
Trying to think of anything I can't remember. If anything, it was probably just Flash games growing up. But, again, we've talked about that stuff a lot. I also, on a previous episode, I mentioned, I was like, I've been trying to find this Snow Fight 3D game. And so thank you for sending me all the links and stuff. I don't know if there's just something, I'm not very PC literate after I just got a PC, for the first time a year ago, and that's my only PC in my adult life, so I don't know a lot. I think there's some weird settings I need to enable. I've not been able to play it, but thank you for sending those links.
Wait, you downloaded it, but you can't play it?
No, it's that it's hosted on the web. I don't want to fuck with any exe file stuff, so it's I can find it hosted a few places online, but it's Java's out of date, and I try updating that, it's not working, and then Shockwave it needs or some shit like that. But yeah, dude, it felt really it was a huge setback because I'm always I get how to do some basic tech shit, but I got my PC again and I was like, oh, this is overwhelming.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because a lot of the Mac stuff too is they're really good for artists, especially Photoshop and Premiere stuff. But really getting in depth, Macs suck at that.
I always hear that though, but I've never had a problem with Photoshop or Premiere on my PC. I always hear that it's way better for that, but what is better on a Mac with Premiere or Photoshop?
I think
because isn't it the same program?
Yeah, I think workflow-wise, I have been told, because again, I only use Photoshop and Premiere. But when I was in art school, and a lot of students were using they're running Premiere and they were doing Audition for a lot of really in-depth audio stuff, and running After Effects at the same time. And apparently, a lot of exporting stuff can be really quickened and made easier if you use the media encoder, especially for the Adobe Suite stuff.
Okay.
But again, I can't speak to that. I just prefer the trackpad and just the little accessibility of it. But other art students probably they said it was better.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the Macs though. I was gonna sneeze, but it was just a little peanut. At Meljuz Jusner says, I'm pro baths, but I've met some people who think all baths, even baths for relaxing, are gross and that you're just bathing in your own filth. Thoughts?
I feel like you could say that about like a lot of things. I'm a shower boy, but I don't write off baths. I tried one like 2 months ago, and I was like, not really for me. But yeah, I don't know. Anybody who's like, it's your own filth. It's like, yeah, but there's like soap and water and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. What'd you do in the bath? Did you put on music? Maybe light some candles and shit?
I didn't like candles, but I put on some music and I was relaxing. And then I was like, that was good. I probably won't do that again for a while, though.
I dig them. I don't have them as frequently, but I've done it a lot here, especially. You didn't even know. No, but I'll get maybe some wine, put on some like a Mac Miller album or something, and then get some candles and get a bath bomb.
Dude, I'm so even just thinking about that because I don't know if people know we have 2 separate bathrooms. I've never had to live in other than like with my family, a place where I had a shared bathroom with other people. And so I did that all of my childhood, but I'm very glad that I don't share a bathroom with any roommate because I don't think I could do that with my brain.
Yeah, I would. When I was living with other people, I was probably the bad bathroom roommate because I used it. I took baths and stuff, and then I just had a lot of shit, and so I wasn't good. I'm sorry, past college roommate people.
Well, then I'm real glad we have separate bathrooms.
Yeah, I'd be shitting in the sink.
If you're self-proclaimed the bad bathroom roommate, I'm pretty glad that I have my own.
Dude, our last landlords, though, just fucked the shit out of us before we left in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ugh. Dude, especially in, like, smaller towns. I'm sure it's probably the same for bigger towns, but if you're a leasing agency for college housing, probably 8 out of 10 times you're a piece of shit. I'm just going to say right now.
Because they also get, like, a monopoly of the area usually, too.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
Yeah. So at Eddie, not Eddie. Look at that, Eddie.
Okay.
Says, so when I use paper towels in the kitchen, I usually throw them away. Oh, Tony's calling.
Tony, you're on the podcast. Hang up if you don't want to be on it. That was a slow one. Tony's lacking, dude.
He's slacking. Honestly, I kind of don't even want to finish the podcast.
Me neither. Did we actually hit the time, or is that just a bit? Were you signaling the way out?
Well, we're at about an hour and 1 or 2 minutes, so we could maybe do like maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, but at this point I don't know. I'm panicking.
What if we do one more question, and then we surprise these motherfuckers with like a really abrupt one? I'll go like, we're done. And then it'll just go like, bang, you know, like normal.
Okay.
So do one more question.
Okay. When are you gonna say that though?
I'll say it after we answer the question.
Okay.
These fuckers won't. They're really dumb.
Okay.
They're really, really dumb people.
I'm so glad they don't hear us off mic, dude, because I hate everyone. Yeah. Specifically every person.
I'm so glad that Tony's gonna cut all this out so these dumb fucking idiots don't hear a single word we just said. Oh, we had a cut there. Oh man.
Oh, whoa,
things are fun.
We were just talking about
we got the one more question.
We'll get in there. It's not important. At Mithy the Geek says, huge disagreement time. I believe Disney being a monopoly of entertainment is a problem, but I'll still pay them for things I like, e.g. The Mandalorian. My friend thinks I'm a hypocrite if I believe that, and I should boycott them. Thoughts?
I partially believe that too, but you just can't stop from watching good art as well. So I'm not saying like Mandalorian is high art, but it's like Disney doesn't overlord. I mean, it does overlord everything, but they don't overlord everything and then make crap content everywhere. There's nuggets in it of people making the thing they want to make. That's why I'm very conflicted all the time.
Oh, I don't know. It sucks that some of that shit is just unavoidable.
Yeah.
Like it is avoidable now, but it's like, do you want to watch movies though? Like,
well, that's the thing is because Disney owns Fox now.
Yeah.
And so it's like you can totally believe that, like I do, and I think you do as well with Disney. But like Atlanta, the show that I love, is now a Disney product. Mm-hmm. Do I have to stop watching it now because Bob Iger bought it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
does that mean that like Sunny's technically Disney then too and shit? It's
all
FX stuff. Oh yeah, fuck. Well,
I guess we're done. Dude, that was
like you said.
Yeah,
dude.
like I said, but they don't know.
Yeah,
Tony cut that out.
Yeah, it turned out worse than what you said it was gonna feel like.
Yeah,
though.
I thought it was gonna be good, and it just kind of wasn't.
Yeah, we'll workshop that. We'll workshop.
It's already done, so we don't need to workshop it. It's the thing happened.
Yeah.